I should probably check to make sure that this works. Okay. Going to be doing a few basic things videos. And the first one is going to be setting rivets. We'll go over what they are, how they work, and a couple different styles of rivets. So, switch over to a close-up of the stone and we'll get going. Alright, what I have set up here are the different rivets that I use. I think there's a couple other styles like tubular rivets, things like that. I don't tend to use those, not for any real reason, I just don't. But these three silver ones, they look kind of not silver in the light, I guess, but these three silver ones are rapid rivets. I buy them from Tandy usually. They're easy to use. They come in a few different sizes and they're really easy. Standard, simple rivet. These two are rivets and burrs. These are very good for like heavy duty applications. They come in different lengths. I tend to just buy long ones, and then I just cut them down to an appropriate length when I use them. They also come in different thicknesses. Pretty sure the ones I have here are the slightly skinnier version, but they come in a slightly thicker post for more heavy duty applications. But I don't use them for that. I don't use them for particularly crazy stuff, so I usually just use these. I use really just if I don't feel like using the silver ones, the rapid rivets, just for like an extra little bit of flavor, a little bit of like fancy look. So we'll do the rapid rivet first, and then we'll do the rivet and burr second. Rapid rivets are easy. These aren't hard, but they're more involved. Now the reason that these rapid rivets come in different lengths is this. Hopefully they don't fall out. This is a piece of, I think it's like 6 or 7 ounce veg tan leather. It's the end of a belt that I cut off for some reason. I forgot why. But the thickness of what you're riveting is going to determine which rivet you use. If it sticks up like this large one does, and you try to rivet that down, what the rivet does is it mushrooms out and creates a mechanical fastening. So if you tried to set this rivet down on here, it would more likely just bend in the middle and not have a very good set. Whereas this one down here only extends up a little bit, and so the leather actually supports the sides and allows it to mushroom out. So I'll go ahead and drop the camera down and show you how I set a rivet. I'll sacrifice this one and I'll show you guys what the wrong result as well. One rivet isn't going to be a big deal. They come in bags of 1,000. Okay, so I've got it just on the stone. You want something firm, hard underneath it. So you're going to want to just do the straight on stone. You could do it on a bit of wood, but something like the stone is better. If you have one of these nifty little mini anvils. That's a pretty good idea too. I think I'll use this for the rivet and burrs later. But for now, I also have this rivet setter. It has, this end of it is kind of domed in. It's concave. So as you smash the rivet, it kind of just makes it look nice. So anytime you're hitting a metal tool, you want to use either a rawhide mallet, or I've got this like plastic one. I don't know where my rawhide one went. It's missing for some reason. So first we'll do the large rivet. The cap just sits on top, and it kind of clicks into place. Sorry, you didn't see any of that. My hand was in the way. All right. So this just kind of pops on top, and it actually clicks into place, almost like a snap. And so that's the thing I really like about these double cap rivets. It's not going to go flying off for any reason. All right, and then this is one, as I mentioned a moment ago, is far, far too long. So you'll see how it and then you can see it's gone all, actually right there you can see it pretty good. It's bent, the shaft bent. It didn't really mushroom over that well. I could probably pull that off if I felt like it. So that's bad. That's a bad rivet setting. This medium one will probably behave a little bit better, but it's still a little thick. If I was riveting two of these pieces together, the medium would probably work. Alright, that actually set really well. Here's the thing. So that actually set really well. Now you can tell it's a little bit off, but overall it went straight down. It looks a lot better than the large one. So this would be perfectly fine. I would find that totally acceptable for joining something with a rivet. And then we'll do the small one. Pop that on. There. And you don't need to go wailing on it crazy, but that one set very nicely. There you go. So you only want a little bit of rivet sticking out. Probably not even 1/8 of an inch. In fact, I've had some where it's barely sticking out, but then when you compress it, it still secures nice. So those are the rapid rivets. Nice and easy. I'm going to punch another hole, and then I'm going to get the rivet and burr. Alright, now for the rivet and burr, same thing. That's way too tall. But it needs a little bit of this height, because now you got to get the burr on here. And then the reason I buy these extra long is because then I'm just going to nip it off. I'm going to cut it down to an appropriate length. Now, this is a setter for the rivet and burr. It's got two holes. It's got this one, which is just a long hole, which is going to go over that. And that is what's going to set the burr. And then it's got this hole, which, just like the other rivet setter, is concave, and it helps mushroom it out. I don't usually use this on here. I just kind of hit it with a hammer. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So burr goes on the top, and it doesn't go down. It doesn't want to. It's actually, you can actually see it's slightly tapered right there at the top. So then you take this tool, You put it in the big hole or the long hole, and then you set it down, and it sets the burr all the way down there. And then you cut it off with something. In the past, I've used a Dremel, but just a pair of nippers. This one's copper. The other ones I have are brass. This is a bolt cutter. I couldn't find my normal nipper. But then you just cut it down to a good length. Watch your eyes. Sometimes that flies off. Alright, now it's a better length. Now, like I said, I'm going to grab my anvil. And then for these burrs, I just use a ball peen hammer. I'll hit a couple of times with this to flatten that out. And then I'll use the ball peen to peen this down. So that flattens it out. And then the ball peen will push all that metal around. And then that is mushroomed over nicely. You can even see it. And then these rivets never come off. Like, it is really tough to remove these. So if you're using these, be careful. Make sure you do it right the first time. They are a pain to get out. But anyway, that's how to set rivets. Useful for lots of different things. This is how I do all my buckles for bracers and belts. And there you go. Any questions about this, leave it in the comments. Like, subscribe, and all that nonsense.